What's up, guys? So today I just wanted to talk about why 2026 was probably for me the biggest. I would say the summer was one of the biggest wealth and life changing things that happened, and also how you can change your life in 2026 as well for the rest of the year. It's now reaching the end of 2026, well, the summer and fall starting, but there's still, let's say, for example, during the summer, you didn't really lock in like you were supposed to, or like you said, maybe the beginning of summer, you said you were gonna, really make tons of sacrifices. So when fall comes, you're gonna be set for the fall. And then maybe you'll lock in for the fall or winter, and then you'll be set for the next summer. Maybe those are the plans you've made, or maybe you didn't really accomplish some of them during the summer. Well, that's okay because we still have a lot of time left. And I'm going to explain to you guys why exactly I feel like my life has changed during the summer, and why it really helps for the next years to come, and exactly how I did it. So, guys, the biggest thing is discipline and commitment and following through. So when you say you're gonna do something for yourself, you have to do it. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like if we say we're gonna do something for, let's say, a friend, right? Or let's say if we say we're gonna do something for whoever it is that we know, maybe someone in a higher authority or higher position, a boss or whatever, coworker. We say we're gonna do it, we always do it, right? Sometimes we don't, but most of the time we get it done because we know if we don't get it done, we're gonna lose our jobs. If we don't get it done, this is gonna hurt the relationships we have with our friends. So when you say it to yourself, right? When you tell yourself you're gonna get something done, most of the time you don't even do it because why? Who's holding you accountable? You're holding yourself accountable. Like it doesn't matter. Like I say I'm gonna, if I say I'm gonna hand in this, I'm gonna do some work for my business, and I'm gonna have it done by Friday. If I don't get it done by Friday, who's gonna have the belt over me to lash me and say that you didn't do this on Friday? Why didn't you get it done? Nobody is gonna. You're gonna do it for yourself. So that's why a lot of people fall short on what they got to do, and because they don't hold themselves accountable. When you say you're gonna commit to something, I was watching Kobe Bryant. He said he was gonna do a certain amount of preparation during the off season before the season started, and during the off season, everyone was having fun, partying, of course, and he was saying to himself, he's like, but maybe we don't have to work today, but do we really have to do this? Maybe we don't. Let's do this day. No, stick on the goal, stick to your commitment because that's what you said to yourself. You have to commit to yourself. You almost have to take your emotions out of it sometimes, and you have to be full on committed. That's what it takes. If you want to make life changes, you have to be committed to what you say to yourself and what you're going to do. And then dedication, discipline, you have to be able to have a routine. A routine is going to help so much because you're not just aimlessly wandering around within the week. You're not aimlessly wandering around within the month. Your thoughts are directed onto what you need to be directed onto, and you have discipline. And then when you have that discipline and that structure, you'll be able to think more clearly and more level headed. The Kenyan runner Eliud, can't remember his last name, but he was the number one Olympic long distance runner, Kenyan guy named Eliud. He did the same routine for 17 years, right? He lived in a camp. He would train to run every day, 2 3 hours, maybe 6 hours a day, probably running, and then on the Sundays he would see his family. And he was way more strict with it, but you don't have to be that strict with it. You can still implement this on a certain level, right? Maybe you have, well, not maybe, but a lot of us are working, right? You have jobs. Mostly everything is 9 to 5. So if you're working Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, that's your discipline, that's your routine. Cherish that routine. After 5 o'clock, you have that little downtime where you spend time with your friends, family, and then maybe 1 or 2 hours you have little hobbies that you do, or 1 to 2 hours you have little things that you do structured throughout the week. And then on the weekend, you have a little bit of structure, but you have some downtime. But what's going to help is if you have like a goal that you're trying to chase. If you have a goal that you're trying to chase, whatever it is, that's going to help your routine so much. Because right now, like, what I realize is that, like, if you don't have any goals that you're chasing in life, then you're going to be stagnant. Because you have to realize life is a continuous journey. It's not just you accomplish one goal and that's it, you're good for life. You can go sit on a beach on a vacation, drink some pina colada, crack coconut, kick your feet up. It's not really like that. You can't just go by island and just sit there and for the next 20 years. Like you have to continuously have new levels of accomplishments. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, I watched him. He was a bodybuilder, right? He was Mr. Olympia 8 times. He said that got boring. What's the next thing he can accomplish? Big movie star, Terminator 3. What's the next thing he can accomplish? Governor of California. So this might look like, maybe not a lot of people want those kind of big accolades, but you can still get something. You could still do something on a smaller level that's going to continuously rejuvenate your life and keep you youthful. Because a lot of people say when they stop working, that's when a lot of people die, is when they stop working, because they don't really have anything to keep their brain active. They don't really have anything to keep their body active anymore, and they just wither away. But if you continuously try to accomplish more, and you stay in your discipline and you stay in your routine, and at the same time you still make sure that you have a lot of time for fun, because you have to have fun. We only have one life. You have to have a lot of fun. You keep that routine, you keep that discipline, you keep chasing that goal, and you accomplish it, and you accomplish the next one, the next one, the next one, and the next one. So if it's wealth, right, you accomplish, maybe you save 10,000. Maybe your whole goal could be this summer was just to save $10,000, and then from fall September to December, another goal could be, let's save another 10,000, and then you have $20,000. Now you can start up a business, you can invest, you can buy a car, you can put some sort of down payment on a house. You could literally save, like, for a year. If your whole thing is like, life isn't working out for me really right now, it's not that great, I just want to save enough money so I can start a family, you could just save up for an entire year, work overtime as much as you possibly can, save like 50,000, 60,000, eat rice and beans, but you have your why. Your why is your family. You want family, you want, the whole thing. So you could be eating rice and beans, eating tin can sardine and tuna, and that you're dry bread, and your whole goal is, you're gonna build a family, you're gonna get a house, you're gonna have, kids, whatever it is. For a whole year, you could be saving up your money, and then at December, you look at your bank account, you're like, yeah, nice, I saved up 50 grand. Boom, 50 grand right there. That's a down payment on a house, and that's like, you can get a car on lease, and then you could start your family. You got the whole house, the whole car, everything. And those are very important. You have to have those goals that you're chasing in life, because it's going to rejuvenate you and make you more youthful and happy, and it'll be life changing. So make sure that you have that goal that you're chasing. And really, it only takes 1 year to really make serious moves, build that foundation, that serious foundation, guys. So that's really what this summer taught me. Have discipline, commit to something. When you're committing to something, commit all the way. If you're not committing, that means that the goal isn't good enough. That means that the reward isn't good enough. So make sure that you're committing, and be disciplined, guys. And that's how you can attain wealth, success, whatever goal you want to accomplish. So if you guys like this video, subscribe, like, comment. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.